Is it not a save? It is not a save. 11 minute snooze. Save. I'm gonna set a bit different. SCP-498 is to be contained within a soundproof bunker beneath site blank, with a minimum of 2 attending Foundation security officers properly equipped with noise-canceling headphones. In addition to standard issue equipment, the bunker is to be soundproof to noise cancel a minimum of 95% of outgoing sound waves. A fully automated mechanical arm is to be used to reset SCP-498. Secondary containment procedure. I have a question for you guys at the end, at the next SCP. But if you guys, by the last one basically, by 499, I have a question at the end. Actually, no, I'm gonna probably just throw that as a separate video. Never mind. Secondary containment procedure: in the event of failure, 2 D-class personnel are to be locked inside with an appropriate amount of rations. They are to be informed fully of its effects and to alternate shifts, sleeping and resetting SCP-498 until the failure is repaired. Security footage Security footage sans audio of the. Am I reading that right? It doesn't say scan, it says sans. Okay, maybe I just never heard of that word before. Oh god. All of the chambers to be monitored at all times. Okay. Following incident 1498B, in the event of failure on the on-site Foundation security officer is to be sent in to manually reset until such a time automated safety procedures can be reinstated. Okay, that whole thing there that we just read is not happening anymore. Description: SCP-498 appears to be a Coway brand RT-800 electronic alarm clock with a yellow LED display set to the US Central Time Zone. When heard by a subject, the alarm has been seen to induce a state of increased alertness. Until reset, this effect prevents restful sleep in SCP-498's vicinity. Although micro naps are possible, other than the snooze button and the display, none of the... Sorry, I'm getting distracted in my head. Let me read that again. When heard by a subject, the alarm has been seen to induce a state of increased alertness into reset. This effect prevents restful sleep. Okay. Other than the snooze button and the display, none of the other functions of the device appeared operational. Notably, the device continues to display time and requires resetting even while not connected to the power source. Attempts to dismantle SCP-498 have not been successful in preventing it from activating, nor have they determined how it operates without an obvious power source. Every 11 minutes, the clock alarm goes off, gradually increasing in volume. Testing reveals that the starting alarm plays at 30 decibels, increasing 4 decibels every 10 seconds. The snooze button is not depressed. Oh wait, every 10 seconds the snooze button is not depressed. Okay. There has been no evidence that this process will ever stop. The loudest recording level exceeded blank decibel before reset was achieved. The sound waves produced have been seen to damage nearby structures, cause internal bleedings, and are theorized to potentially cause seismic activity. Ooh. Ow. Addendum A. Containment protocols updated. See incident report. Oh wait. So this was an I, not a 1. I-418B. Site containment bunker. Due to the malfunction in the automated mechanical arm, secondary containment procedures were activated. 2 D-class personnel were utilized until a replacement arm could be manufactured and deployed. D-4112 and D-4113 were in Day 3 of the containment procedure, and post-incident psychoanalysis indicate that severe sleep deprivation and stress due to prolonged exposure to SCP-498. The 2 D-class were observed conversing during the time, although lip reading proved to be ineffective in determining the nature of the conversation. Oopa, that was my table. At 10:45 p.m., D-4113 was observed depressing the snooze button on the device, and then Yeah, 11 minutes later, D4112 begins to become noticeably and increasingly agitation towards SCP-498 and D4113. 1 minute later, D4113 is seen to becoming more and more aggressive. D4112 appears to be attempting to reason with him. And that's a couple seconds later. D412 attempts to reach for the device. D413 pushes D412 away. At this time, the attending security officer noticed the situation via closed circuit camera. 1 minute later, well, actually, no, half a minute later, actually, SCP-498 has still not been reset. Attending security officer decided to intervene. A couple seconds later, both these are seen shouting at one another, with the latter standing over SCP-498. Security officer Blank Wilson enters the bunker without noise-canceling headphones, a violation of containment protocols. Officer Wilson appears to be arguing with the two D-class, presumably ordering them to reset the device. D4112 again attempts to reach SCP-498, at which point he is struck by D4113 and incapacitated. Officer Wilson draws his baton and engages D413. Note, D413 was convicted of murdering his CEO and several fellow soldiers during a tour of duty in Iraq. That makes me worry about our agent here, or officer. Officer Thomas draws his sidearms and fire. Wait. Oh yeah, sorry. D413 wrestles the baton from Officer Wilson, subsequently subduing him. Second security officer Blank Thomas enters at this point, equipped with headphones and his sidearm. Officer Thomas draws his sidearm and fires twice, missing both times before D413 closes the distance between them. A scuffle ensues. Okay. Officer Thomas' headphones are knocked away. Both personnel are exhibiting severe pain at this point, presumably due to SCP-498. Camera footage rapidly due to acoustic stress. Wow, it's so loud, it's just like shaking the whole room. Officer Thomas manages to put this distance between himself and D413 and fires his sidearm. D413 is terminated. Officer Thomas stumbles from the bunker, sealing SCP-498 and the occupants inside. Despite rupturing eardrums, he managed to activate the containment breach emergency switch before passing out. Camera fails to do acoustic stress. Due to an unrelated simultaneous breach at Site Blank, containment teams arrived nearly 25 minutes after the alarm was activated. Upon arriving at the scene, it was discovered that D412 had at some point crawled himself to SCP-498 and activated the Snooze reset. He was found repeatedly pressing the button despite suffering from burst eardrums and internal bleedings. After action report, new containment protocols were initiated. Both security officers, Blank Wilson and Blank Thomas, were diagnosed with eardrum rupture, resulting in deafness. Officer Wilson treated for severe internal bleedings, both reassigned. D412 was treated for severe internal bleeding and commended for preventing a potential catastrophic containment breach and successfully terminated at the end of the month. Hey, good job. You gotta die at the end. Yeah, nice. Okay. Wow. Interesting. Oof. Not sure what I think about this one. Ow. My lips. I mean, I think it's a very like a brutal one if you think about it. Like, nobody likes alarm clocks. Let's be honest. Alarm clocks wake you up from your sleep, makes you realize you have to go to work, to school, to a meeting, and some stuff like that. Nobody likes them. So one that just doesn't let you sleep, and then it gets so loud that you might get your eardrums ruptured, or you get internal bleeding, and so after a while it gets so loud that the whole fucking building shakes. That must be annoying. So I can see why like people are like immediately like, oh, this is a horrible one, because yeah, people just don't like alarm clocks. Right in the comments section, what do you guys think about this? Like, and also give me a story of your worst alarm clock incident if you want to. I'm gonna try to implement that in the future SCPs. Like every SCP I will, like with the ice cream one, I was like, yeah, tell me like your wildest ice cream truck adventure or like horror story or something like that, you know. So with this one, I want to ask you like, what's your worst incident with an alarm clock, or like your worst, or the worst timing an alarm clock had ever had, or something like that. You know, just give me some good stuff.